Hello, this is Monsoon17, and this is a goals update. So, yes, I am alive, and I have finished editing the first New World novel in the series. Obviously, some people expected me to edit all of it, and then publish it all into one book till the end of the yaw mark, and I was like, definitely, that's over 2,000 pages. You know, that's over 2,000 pages on Kindle, and that's a lot to try and shove into the first book of a series. So it's definitely a series, and it's definitely going to be split up into multiple books. So, but that doesn't, obviously it's still going to be, I'm trying to change up the arcs and stuff like that to make it so it's more cohesive for that. So that's essentially what the editing was basically doing, was me trying to adjust certain aspects of it and improve them. So the way that I went about improving the novel was primarily using a mixture of, my main goal was character reinforcement, so increase and make the characters better. And I also mixed that with reviews on Roll Road that got a lot of high ratings by using the input of those ratings and those reviewers, the more critical ones, which, they sting to reread, but they give me a really good and very concise overview of what I need to do to improve. And I combine that with some skills I developed during the yaw mark and some other stuff other stuff I've been developing while writing, and hopefully it'll make a more complete, smooth, and streamlined package. Because I do feel like there was a foggy part in the novel between the Baldag Rule arc and the yaw mark that could use some work. And that's hopefully what I improved by changing up the novel some. I also set it up so that I'll be adding in a new Springfield arc in the sequel to the first novel. So that's going to be interesting. So it's not just going to be like one instantaneously without any warning, bam! There's Yam, and wow, the plague, and all this terrible stuff's going on. It's going to be more slow, gradual build up to that, and there's going to be some more characters introduced and integrated into the story. I'm probably going to expound upon Michael and Kelsey and their backstory a lot more, like infinite more, in the next novel. And basically the sequel is going to be playing up how Daniel is slowly, he's getting out of touch with his humanity, and he's having to come to terms with the fact that his life is never going to be normal again. And he has to accept that this is his new life, and he's trying to come to terms with that. And that's going to be the basic conflict for the second novel. That's the goal, right? And also going to be adding in character arcs for Keziah, Torix, and Althea. So Althea is going to have a coming of age journey where she finds herself. Torix is going to have, well, anyway, I'll, buy the sequel and find out. But, regardless, I obviously have some plans, right? And I'm feeling good about it. There's some passion there, so feeling fired up. And, essentially after that, I'm going to be, or before all that takes place, I need to send my book to an editor. And it's going to take them about 3 weeks to polish, because it was over 300 pages, the manuscript for the first novel, and that takes some time for them to grind through. I also have to get someone to do the new cover art. So the Daniel illustration is cool and all, but that doesn't really resonate with what the content is in the first novel. In my opinion, it doesn't make much sense. Gonna have to do a different kind of cover art, right? That would be good for like the third book in the series or something like that, the cover art for Daniel. As he is right now, but we'll just have to see. So I've already got a illustrator in mind, or in my mind, got an idea of who I want, and I also have a formatter in the works, because whenever you finish your manuscript, you're going to have to send it to an editor in Word or Google Docs or something like that, and then once you finish that, you're going to have to edit it to fit the formatting for, say, Kindle or other various marketplaces that aren't Kindle. So like the Google bookstore or iPads, the Apple's bookstore and stuff like that, essentially. And I've got some people that I'm going to probably use to help me with that. I'm going to have to pay them, pay the cover artist, pay the editors. Ooh, Yeah, I'm not in financial straits or anything, but let's just say I'm not going to be pausing pledges for a while, you know, just because I can't afford it. But I'm pretty frugal, so it's okay. Besides for that, with all that being said, I can finally get back to writing new chapters. So, and in fact, I actually have a new arc set up already for Geese. And yeah, I basically spent all day today rereading some of the more recent chapters, getting a firm feel for what's going on, coming up with an arc that I think is going to be good. So it's going to be interesting. You know, I think it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to write it because it has some newer ideas, from some new influences I've been having recently. So I've been getting back into reading other people's works, so which has really helped with, you know, idea generation and stuff like that. So hopefully this update was refreshing and good news for most of you guys. I know it's good news for me because I needed it. You know, I really, really needed to finish this editing because it's soul draining. Over 100,000 words of editing could kill just about anybody unless you have like that right mindset for it. But in my case, I'm more creative. That's the reason I wanted to be a writer, and really eats away at me. But hopefully this gives you a good overview of what's going on. Hopefully it creates some serious transparency between me and you, and me and my readers, and lets you guys know exactly what I'm doing, what I've been doing, and what my time's being spent on. You know, you guys are donating to me. It means a lot. It means the world. It really does. It enables me to do this. So instead of being able to publish this book 5 years from now, I could take the month or two it takes to do it right now. Of course, I had to pause pledges, but whatever. You know, and no, you know, it isn't like a mass hiatus of people have just left. You know, so that loyalty means a lot, guys. That's really cool. So, and also, last note, I don't know if I'm going to be able to give away the book for free, just because, oof, you know, those dire, you know, at that point I might actually be in financial dire straits, because it's going to cost about $2,000 for the cover art, the formatters, and for the editing, right? That's doing that on top of losing a month of income and not getting as much money as I could from the editing a book. You know, I can only be so generous before I starve. So that's my opinion, at least. So, you know, you guys can let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. But I'm looking forward to that. But you know, just be honest and let me know what you're thinking. And see you guys later. 17117 out.